Hmm. The farm. Alright, so here we do our talk. Last time we was at the pool, an indoor pool, and we was talking about coincidences. And so I have one for you right now. I just walked into Walmart, you know, and I noticed there was a lot of people in the parking lot to begin with. So when I walk in there, I say, dang, there's a lot of people. And I said, well, there's only one person I would like to see. And I thought of her, right? And so I continue going down my hidden paths in Walmart, trying to avoid crowds, not taking the main roads, basically. And then I'm going to the checkout, and there was the one person I actually wanted to see. And I'd already had to say hey to 2 or 3 people already, right? And I'm slowly getting ready to go get what I need from the pharmacy. And I'm going to check out at the pharmacy. And as soon as I pass the checkout, she says hey to me, right? Hey, Heather, or Miss Heather, right? And then I look, and by gosh, it's her. Oh, I was so happy. I was so happy. I gave Miss Dunn a big old hug. And the Snickers candy aisle, all right, was in the midst of us. And I said, well, I'm going to give you a hug above these here Snickers. Now, Miss Dunn obviously knew what I said, okay? Or I would have tried to say it more like, I'm going to give you a hug above the candy aisle, all right? Because that's what we was doing, all right? So that way I don't have to go all the way around, whatever. And so that was so nice to see her. And what a coincidence. And I was just thinking about what? Well, I was just thinking about her. Okay? When I first walked into Walmart, I said to myself, by gosh, there's so many people here. I don't want to see nobody but her. Uh, she's one of the ladies that I substitute for sometimes that work with special needs. Special needs tug at my heartstrings, okay? Because, my brother was special needs and I took care of him. And look at how, wow. Both my kids are special needs, and they all blossom up to be geniuses, right? And so I like to see the genius within special needs. Isn't that what I went to school for? So I enjoy that kind of thing. So coincidences. Are they coincidences? Um, are they just those sweet little tidbits of life that are like golden nuggets or happy Easter eggs that we find amongst our daily activity? What are these coincidences that don't seem like coincidences? And it's so nice to have good things like what I'm trying to talk about here, where something happens and it's like kismet, because they use kismet in a positive note mostly all the time. And people also like the word destiny, all right? But it's not really destiny. It's just these wacky little coincidences. Sometimes the word ironic, is it an ironic? Don't you think? Sometimes ironic is it could be seen as both positive and negative. It don't automatically have positive connotations, and connotations are like notes. It's like we're not just talking about the song here, we're talking about individual notes like the music you play, Or like if you're baking a cake, we're not talking about the whole cake. We're talking about the ingredients here. All right, the connotations. You know, when I say ironic, something is ironic, you don't know if I'm talking about something bad or good. I mean, you don't know. I mean, do you? Listen, that was ironic. See? You don't know how I felt about it, right? Now, if I said, I felt like it was just a wacky coinkydink, then you think I feel better about it all of a sudden, just because of the way I said something. So the consequences that don't seem like consequences, it seems like something more. It seems like it has a deeper meaning in the end, of course. Of course it does, because it sticks out in your head and it makes something that once might have been ordinary extraordinary. Talk to you later.